This is the Priest and the Man, post number 109 from donfenslerwritings.com. The priest: they are not your responsibility. The man: why not? The priest: because you are suicidally depressed. The man: what's that got to do with it? The priest: no starving baby in Africa, if given the choice, would want to trade places with you. The man: as long as I'm suicidally depressed, I'm not responsible for the starving babies in Africa? The priest: that's correct. The man: what if I cure myself and become happy? The priest: then you would be committing a moral sin. You would then bear grave responsibility for the African children. The man: because if given the choice, the starving children in Africa would gladly trade places with me. The priest: that is correct. What if I became happy and then helped the starving children? The priest: you would never fulfill your responsibility to them. You might save one child, but if you could save one, then you could probably have saved two. And if two, then you most certainly could have saved three, and so on. You could never satisfy your responsibility to them. The man: with the knowledge that I could have saved 4 instead of only 3 children, or 400 instead of only 300, I would become suicidally depressed. And the priest: then you would bear no more responsibility for them. The man: and could be at peace with myself. The priest: which would be a mortal sin, your total lack of concern for the starving children in Africa. The man: so I can be happy in the knowledge that as long as I am suicidally depressed, I am not responsible for the starving children in Africa. The priest: it would be a grievous sin to be happy in that knowledge. The man: because the starving babies in Africa, if given the choice, would gladly trade places with me. The priest: that is correct. The man, after a long pause: I'm suicidally depressed now. Does that make me blessed? The priest: it doesn't make you blessed. It merely makes you not responsible. The man: what if I agreed to take the place of a starving baby in Africa? The priest: what difference to God would it make whether you starve or a starving baby in Africa starves? All God's creatures are equal in the eyes of God. The man: I see. Long pause. The man clears his throat nervously. The man: I understand the suicide rate among starving children in Africa is remarkably low. The priest places a lozenge in his mouth. That is correct.